Alright, we are jumping right into the deep end of the pool with a Nicole Bolas. Boom. Get there, and we are going to hope to get a lot of fixing, some better cards this time, do a little bit of a switch up on what we want. Like, last time we didn't get the green cards. This time I want the green. I need the fixing. I need the fixing and I need the draw. That's what I'm looking for. And I want the better Planeswalkers. I need the Planeswalkers that actually kill things. None of our Planeswalkers, when they came into play, actually killed any of our opponent's board. And that was the problem. Was we were always behind on board. We'd play a Planeswalker, and our Planeswalker wouldn't protect itself, wouldn't kill anything on the opponent's board, and then would just get killed by whatever our opponent had. So this should be a little bit better, I'm hoping. Normally you can get something like a Johnny Vengeant. There's not a lot of decks that want it. And our deck would really love something like that. Like, that would have been a big help last game. Liliana was nice if we could have drawn it. Shriekmaw. Cultivate. Cultivate's a very reasonable pick here. Same with the Blood Crypt and Overgrown Tomb. Okay. Definitely Cultivate, Blood Crypt, or Overgrown Tomb. Looter's also good, but I'm going to value the fixing a little bit more than last time and try and cut green even if I can. Just a bit. I'll wheel one of the dual lands, even if it's Shambling Vent, but I'm thinking that Blood Crypt will come back. I'll take the Cultivate. I know that's a little bit scary, but I just want to send a signal that green's kind of cut. And Cultivate's such a great fixing card anyways. Like, it's not a dual land, but it does a lot of fixing. Draws you a lot of extra cards in a way, too. Bloom Tender. Big problem with Bloom Tender is that I'm not going to have a lot of colors of permanence. Like, it's probably just going to tap for one green. Swords to Plowshares is reasonable. Dress, I guess. Nissa is technically a Planeswalker. That is also a thing. It doesn't fix our mana, but does get us further into our deck. Maybe I'll just take Nissa. I just feel like this on a splash is a little awkward. Could be looking at that the wrong way, but I don't want to jump in too crazy, too deep right away. Primal Command, Remand. I have to take something that's on an off color in a way. Abrupt Decay is not amazing. Tireless Tracker is really solid, but it feels like a much different deck than what we have so far. Or, well, okay, it actually looks like it would fit into a green deck that we could be drafting, but we're trying not to do things like that. So Tireless Tracker steers us down a path that's not like the other ones. I think it's still the card. I mean, Remand is fine, but not really what we want in this deck. I feel like Tracker, it gets us a lot of different cards, and because of being able to draw us so many things, it's probably reasonable to take. Hallowed Fountain's a fine pickup. Mirari's Wake wouldn't be bad. Whisperwood's a great beater if we were in green. Not that I'm not a huge fan of, like, green mid-range decks. I'd rather be just straight ramp, but Whisperwood Elemental is, I mean, honestly, might just be the best green beater. This card is really insane. If they don't kill it right away, you just win the game. I will say that. Let's grab Hallowed Fountain, though. And Savannah? Verdant Catacombs? Verdant Catacombs is good. Savannah's good. I think I like the Verdant Catacombs more. White, I want to be the splash. Just like that first time. We want white and red to be our splashes. A lot of the good Planeswalkers that I want are going to be in black, blue, maybe a little bit of green for, like, the Garruk Relentless, that kind of thing. And green's just good for all the fixing. Catacombs, Vraska. Vraska's nice. Temple of Enlightenment's fine, but I think that I'm enjoying the Vraska here. Chandra Pyromaster not looking like what I want to do. Vraska seems like a much more on-color Planeswalker, and just better in general. Just straight killing something when it comes into play is nice. Chainer's Edict is good. It's not like insane removal, but any removal is probably decent for us. Terminate's fine. A little worse than Swords to Plowshares, but white is more of a splash right now than red is going to be, because we already have Nicol Bolas. We might not actually end up with any white cards. You never know, like we might not see any white Planeswalkers. Oh wow, Tomb and Blood Crypt came back. Ooh, that's awkward. Because we have the Verdant Catacombs, I think that we want the Blood Crypt, because that'll fix 3 colors of mana instead of just 2. But it's too bad, because this is a better dual land for us in general. We're green-black mainly. I'll take the Crypt here. Necrotal, Bloom Tender. I don't mind the Bloom Tender now. Necrotal's okay. But I worry about being too heavy in other colors besides green. Nicol Bolas being double black doesn't really count because it's just such an absurdly late game card. Primal Command, sure. Next pack we're hoping to get, oh what? We have no blue, which is a bit of an issue. Like just the Nicol Bolas. I don't really want to open Jace the Mind Sculptor, just because of the fact that our fixing's not there. I really would love a dual land like, like Polluted Delta would be really good. Because that'll fetch both the Hallowed Fountain and the Blood Crypt. Something like that. Marsh Flats, anything that gets like white or black, red or white, things like that. Arid Mesa wouldn't even be that bad. Take a Sifter again. I feel like Sifter gets underrated a lot. Wall of Blossoms might not be unreasonable. Drawing extra cards is fine. Song of the Dryads, that I'm definitely taking. Ooh, almost clicked on a card. Wood Elves is fixing. Misty Rainforest is fixing. Steam Vents is fixing. So lots of good fixing cards here. Xenagos is a decent Planeswalker. I'm thinking that Xenagos will wheel. It goes very late. There's not a lot of green-red decks. I think a lot of like red decks too that are going to be playing like Xenagos might want Inferno Titan more anyways. Just a bit of a better finisher. Really depends. Okay. I think that I've settled on the Misty Rainforest here. Getting Hallowed Fountain's nice, and any green cards. So sure. We need a green dual land. Opposition. That is a hard card for me to pass, you may know. I love Opposition, but we're not at all an Opposition deck. Liliana would be okay. Scalding Tarn looks nice, though. This already has a much better mana base than our last game. Like, wow, it's night and day. We've got so many fetch lands, and 2 dual lands already. Scalding Tarn fetching 4 colors right now is pretty absurd. Liliana is also just not the best Planeswalker. This is actually probably just the worst, I think. It's very slow and clunky. Sun's Champion, though. Sun's Champion is very powerful. Double white is tough, but I should be able to make it work with the Cultivate and all of our fetch lands and stuff right now. These are not the dual lands I'm looking for. And, I mean, like, Bitter Blossom's fine. Fertile Ground could be okay. But yeah, I mean, Elspeth is just very strong. This is not at all the... This isn't what we're looking for Planeswalkers. Like, when we go 5-color Planeswalkers, there are some Planeswalkers that you just straight up avoid. This is literally nothing if you don't have a creature. And we don't have a ton of creatures, so... Seems like a bad idea. Wormcoil Engine is great. Really good finisher. Kadama's Reach is nice for more fixing. So, either Reach or Wormcoil Engine are both very reasonable here. I mean, I really like the Reach just because of... Like, we did just pick up Elspeth. The double white's going to be an issue. But Wormcoil Engine is a tempting treat. I always say this is one of the best finishers in all of Q because, I mean, it's colorless. It's just so easy to play. So easy to ramp to. It's so hard to kill. It's got so many upsides. I'll take the reach. Ugh, God, that's hard. Gotta make some sacrifices to play this many colors. Graffelos is unlikely. I mean, we are 5 color. I can get some number of forests into play, and I mean, even tapping for 2 is probably okay, but the double green to play it is kind of tough. Faith's Fetters seems like it might just be better, just the removal spell. And a removal spell that gains us life is nothing to be scoffed at. So, I'll take the Faith's Fetters. Ooh, Kronos. I love Arid Mesa here. It's another fixing card, but man, Kronos is real solid. It's another Planeswalker, but it's a Planeswalker that actually can't be killed. So, probably one of the best in the cube. I've always maintained that Kronos is one of the better cards in Legacy Cube. This card's just insane when you can get it down. If it's on anywhere near a stable board position, it'll win you the game in 4 turns. It just does that. It's a lot of value for your opponent to get out from under. Yet your draws have to be unbelievably bad for that to change. Tropical Island is a absolutely amazing pickup for us. Gets fetched by Verdant, Scalding, and Misty. So everything fetches it. We needed some more green duels, so I'm very happy about that. Anything else that's even worth noting? Maybe Den Protector to just rebuy things, but like not super sad to lose that. Hey look, it's bad, Elspeth. We can ignore it this time. Supreme Verdict could be good. Definitely like the Supreme Verdict. Have a few too many creatures for that, but not that many. Kaiga's okay. Like the idea of Supreme Verdict. Sifter's probably out. Elvish Mystic, Wood Elves, Xenagos. Oh, hello. Okay, the mana base is a little bit more rocky now. Glad that I took the Kodama's Reach. I mean, it was a tough pick to make, but I think that we did that correctly because our mana is stretched thin. That we want to play Supreme Verdict and Xenagos both on 4 is asking for trouble. Gitaxian Probe, Liliana. I mean, the problem is Liliana, I just don't think this is a good card anyways. Even in the Planeswalker deck, it's just not what we want. Probe seems fine, just to cycle. Reflector Mage buys us a lot of time. I honestly think I'm just going to take Probe here. Liliana just does nothing most of the time. It's like a bad Diabolic Tutor. It costs 1 more mana, and it puts the card on top of your library. And I think that that's most of the time what it's going to be, is the really bad Diabolic Tutor. And I don't know that Diabolic Tutor is a card that you'd ever play, because it's already pretty slow and clunky. I'll take Fertile Ground. The fixing might come in useful. Definitely not a Ajani. Arbor Elf is cutting green, so it seems fine. I'm sure that everybody else is getting some very weird signals, because we've cut green fairly effectively in pack 1, and so we got a lot of green. But we're cutting a bunch of cards in other colors, like Supreme Verdicts and Kronos and Emeria Angel, like all these things that those people probably would have thought would come back or come later. We're just stealing all of them because we're in this weird 5-color monstrosity. Batterskull. Batterskull's good. Taiga's nice. Taiga's very nice. It's almost certainly our pickup here. We've got a really good, solid deck right now, and I just want to make sure that we shore up the mana base. This is so much better than our last deck. Misty Rainforest and Verdant Catacombs fetching red mana for Xenagos and Kronos, maybe the Terminate. Yeah, like, Taiga's just a fantastic card. What a difference it makes to just get dual lands and fetch lands instead of the tap lands. Massive difference on our mana base right now. I'm hoping that we can get a little bit more removal. Maybe some more card draw. Like something on turn 2 would be nice. I don't know exactly what we're looking for. But just some like early draw or interaction or ramp. Even like a rampant growth wouldn't be that bad. That's the kind of thing we want. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, this pack is loaded. It's got World Waker, Liliana, Sarkhan, Stomping Ground, Assemble the Legion, Mana Confluence, and Celestial Colonnade just to start. And nothing to sniff at with Luteral Core, Cyclonic Rift, or Battle Ball either. This pack is totally stacked. I really want the Liliana or the Nissa. Liliana is going to be hard to cast, so I might just want the Nissa here. Honestly, it's not unreasonable to take Stomping Ground either, although I'll eventually need to get more playables. We only have 17, so I need 5 more. Or 6 more, sorry. Nissa. Yeah, I can't imagine we don't wheel something. Might even get, like... I feel like we might get the Stomping Ground back. Somebody's probably going to take Mana Confluence, sadly. Wandering Fumarole. Yeah, not super excited about that. Impulse is nice. That's some of that early game that we were looking for. And the tap land is not super necessary for us. Yeah, it seems good. Wrath of God seems okay, but I'd rather have a 2-drop right now. Something to play early and smooth out our draws. Jace and Kiora. And, well, Jace, Kiora, and a Rampant Growth. Rampant Growth will wheel. Kiora should wheel. I'm really tempted to take the Kiora. Because actually, like, Kiora in this deck seems pretty solid just to slow things down. I normally don't like that, but it just blanking a creature might be what we need. I actually think that the ultimate pick, though, is going to be Jace Vryn's Prodigy. It's one of those early plays that we wanted, and it smooths out our draws a lot, so it does dual duty. It's easier to play, it's early, and it'll draw us into more stuff that's actually useful. Shardless Agent, which is pretty solid. Doomblade. Baleful Strix. Some good cards here. I actually really like this Shardless Agent option. There's some good hits that we get off of that. And even just like a chump blocker is fine. It's better than just straight up removal like Doomblade though. It can just straight replace Terminate. Make our mana a little bit easier for the red. Alright, I'm probably taking Doomblade here. Shardless Agent's got a pretty high likelihood to wheel too. Plateau. What else? Hero's Downfall, Duplicant. I'm going to take the Plateau. We have 21 cards now. I can fit 2 more playables in. I've got a few in the sideboard if I have to anyways. And I really wanted more white fixing. This being fetchable by Scalding Tarn is helpful. It's too bad that it's not like Savannah though, because Misty Rainforest and Verdant Catacombs would help that a lot. Oh man, Ajani Vengeance. Nice. That's a great pickup. Really love this as a Planeswalker. Being able to kill opponents' creatures or just like stall them on mana is really nice. Powerful, powerful card. Temple of Mystery. A little bit more fixing. Search for Tomorrow. Same kind of thing. A little slower on the search. I think that I might just take Temple. We don't have any tap lands yet. We have, like, all of our lands right now are just duels and fetch lands. And only one of them is even a tap duel, which is insane. So, oh no, 2 of them are, sorry. But still, I think that we can land the Temple of Mystery here. Scry's pretty solid too. Ooh, Compulsive. Alright, alright. I'm liking where this is. This deck is looking very powerful. Symbol of Legion is a great finisher, but I don't know about you guys. I think that we might have enough. Feel like Nicol Bolas, Elspeth, Kronos, Vraska, Ajani, Nissa. Feel like that might be our finishers, and we're probably fine just taking the Mana Confluence here. Like, we already have a deck, and I'm pretty happy with where it's at, so getting really good lands seems like the best play. Trigon Predator, maybe sided in against somebody. Scroll Rack might not be the worst. A little bit of extra consistency, dig down to some important Planeswalkers. But we've got some card draw now. I like the Trigon. Kiora, alright. And Shardless Agent. Yeah, we got everything we wanted. Even Duplicant, like, that's a very reasonable card for us to play. And last pick Tar Pit. Wow. This is a deck. This is a deck. What are we taking out? Terminate Chainer's Edict? That's rough, but black is our hardest color to fix for. We have Blood Crypt, Creeping Tar Pit, Mana Confluence, and Verdant Catacombs. I don't really want to play a lot of swamps. Looking at you, Nicole Bolas. So I think that's okay. Duplicant can probably leave as well. God, taking out all the removal is just dicey, though. Could take out Song instead and play Duplicant. Side in Song against matchups where they have Planeswalkers, artifacts, things like that. In this cube, it's not as big of a deal. And I do have Fate's Fetters already. I kind of like Fate's Fetters a little more just because of the life gain on it. It's more expensive, but that life gain is really important. Also, sometimes ramping your opponent's a problem. So I think that I like the Fate's Fetters. Yeah, this seems fine. Let's go with this. Sort by color. Helpful. It's just a pile of singletons. It's just a massive pile of one-ofs. So good. Alright, what are we grabbing for lands here? We need a lot of green, because all of our fixing is green. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 green sources. Maybe enough. I would love to get up to 9. We'll see what can happen about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red sources. We do not need a mountain. Boy, do we not need a mountain. That's not even including the Fertile Grounds, Cultivates Kodama's Reach. Like, that's just totally unnecessary. We have so many red sources. Black, we have 1, 2, this is where we're in trouble. Okay, so wait. 1, 2, 3. Scalding Tarn can fetch the Blood Crypt. So that's 3. 4, 5. Not that bad. Bolas, Vraska, Doomblade. Might go to 6 on that. Do that for now. So 9, a million, like, doesn't matter. 6. 1, 2, yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue sources. More than enough blue. Could almost chop it. But we'd have a fair bit. 1 white. This is another spot where we might be in a little bit of trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, whoa. No, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because of the Hallowed Fountain. 5, 6. Okay, so 6 white sources. Can we go to 7? Go down the island? So we have like 9, 6 or 7. I think this is still 7, which is just absurd. The problem... There is one big issue with doing it this way. And that is that Cultivate, Kodama's Reach get a lot worse not having a mountain or an island to fetch. Could go down 1. Pick up one island. Leave the red. Because red we really don't need a lot of. We have 4 cards that are red, and they're all 4 drops or higher. And we have a lot of red sources. Still gives us 5 black. And Nicobolus is super, super late game. Alright. Think that's good. Wow, what a deck. This is a much more interesting build. And a much better looking deck. Oh, man. Like, night and day between this one and the last one. So I'm glad that we did a second round here. And I will submit and see everybody for round 1. Hopefully we just draw a forest and then we don't have to worry about it. Because forest into fertile ground would be good. Another white-blue deck. Ooh, nice. Taiga. That will work.